Hello everybody. In today's tutorial, we will be looking at how to create coloring pages on Canva. Okay, now this is a very simple coloring page. It's got patterns, it's got words, and it's got shapes around it so that it doesn't blend into the background pattern. First thing you do is you add a page, you go to elements, you type in whatever you want to, but in this case, it's patterns. So you look for a pattern. Now you need a pattern that has spaces here so that it can be colored. Now this is more for a children's sort of, or maybe not a children, maybe a teenager sort of coloring book. So let's look for patterns. Now I'll give you a few examples. Now if you were to take, now I've got a pro account. So if you only have a free account, you need to look for patterns that have free accounts. Uh, yeah, that is available to free account, I'm sorry. And do not choose colorful ones, choose black and white. So you can click on the graphics, and there are many here. Now what you can do is you can try it out first. Okay, you click on one and you see how it is. Now if this one comes out here, this color thing, that means the color can be adjusted, so which means that the wavy lines here were in white. So let's change it to black. Now we do this, that's fine, but it doesn't leave much for it's kind of boring to color. Well, not for everybody. Some people will like the repetition. They can color one blue, the other one red, pink, whatever. But I'm going to show you this one so that it's a bit different. So you keep going down and let's find the one that I chose earlier. There are so many here. In the interest of time, let me just go back to here and choose the one that I chose earlier, which is this one. Elements. So what I did was I just filled it in. Here, I just went all the way up. And you can leave it like that. Okay? Or what you can do is you can crop it. Click it, crop it, and it just makes it a bit more neater. That's cropped. That looks fine. So next we add the text. So the text, the one that I chose here is "Be kind to yourself." Heading. Now you want it to go down because that's how you're gonna want it colored, right? Now you can either move this yourself so that the horizontal and the vertical lines converge, or just move it here. You go up here to position, center, middle. Okay, now if you look at it, it's got black, right? So what you do is you click that, highlight it, you go to effects, and you go to splice. Now if you see, it's gray. Okay, first of all, let me just enlarge it here for you and see. Now if you look at it, the gray is just out, right? It's offset a bit. So you come back here and you make it to 0 so that the gray fills up um, the letters, right? Now you go to choose white. And then the other thing is the thickness. You don't want it too thick. I mean, it depends. If it's for young children, yes, maybe thicker would guide them a bit better. But for this one, maybe about 18. Okay, it's up to you what you want to choose. Now, okay, now that's done. If you look up here, I've got these shapes. Now, usually we look for coloring books. They'll have a shape around it, um, or just a square, right? So in this case, what I want to show you is how to have it a bit more different, to stand out a bit from the crowd. So you go to shapes, you go to elements, okay, you go to shapes. Okay. Now Canva has got this new feature now. When you choose this shape, it comes up here where you can actually convert the shape to something else. See, for this square, let's say I want to convert it to this one, or this, or even this. It can convert it for you. So for now, what we can do is we'll bring this up here. We'll just adjust it a bit. We'll do 1, 2, 3 more copies. So 1, 2, 3. So we bring that one down there to cover it. Bring this one here a bit, and you bring this one here. Okay. Now what I want is I want to change it to a circle, like this one here. Okay. So I go to shape, a circle. Okay. I also want a border, so I'll put the border at about 11. And what we do is we just bring it a bit, we can just have it approximate for now. Okay. And this one too, what was the border? We chose 11. So this one too, what we can do is we go here, we go to 11. And then we can round the corners. You don't have to have it, see, if you go up here, I can show you. You can round it, you see. I think that looks a bit better. So we'll have that at maybe 86. So we go back. Now I want this circle as well. So circle. The other thing I can do is delete that one. Okay. And click that and do a duplicate and bring it down here. So they are the same size. Okay. Now I click that one. What was that one? Is 11 and 85, right? So this one, go back here, go to 11, 5. That's done there. What you can do now, let's bring that to the center, that to the center, everything to the center, right? Now we're going to look for something now. What we're going to do is we're going to put this behind. First, let's change that to white. Change that to white as well. White, white. Now, let's position it backward. It's okay. Let's position that backward. That looks fine too. That one. Okay. And now this one. Now, this all looks fine, but we want to neaten it up a bit. Now, if you see here, the circle is touching it but this one, the circle is not touching it. So one thing you can do is click on it. You go to spacing up here, and you can click this one where it's top and bottom, and you can do a sort of spacing to see. So now what we can do, see, you brought it closer, right? So you can click that and bring it a bit closer. So that's in the middle. It touches the circle as well. Can you see? That's, maybe don't want to touch that. Okay. Okay. Now you can adjust it to how you want it. Okay. But basically, this is how you do it. See? Now this one, of course, I made the line a bit softer, which wasn't 11. Now if you look at it, like this one, you check out this one, it was 4. So you can change it. It was 4 and then 58 for the corner rounding. So you can change it. Now this is a bit more thicker, but basically this is what you'll be doing. Now, if you look at the pattern here, it's very dark. The black is very black. So what you can do there is, again, you click on it and then you see the color here. Go down and you maybe change it to dark gray. That looks a bit better. And if you want to see how it's all going to turn out, you just go to click on the highlight the text, go to effects, and instead of white, let's say you put in a color like blue, and you see, and you can check it out and say, oh, okay, that's how it looks like. The other thing you can also do is change the font. Now for this one, I've chosen this same old one. So what you can do here again is you can choose any font you want. You can choose maybe lobster if you like that. You can choose that. You can choose anything that you want to, basically. But make sure you choose something that is a bit thicker so that you can color it in. Because if it's too cursive, you may not be able to color it in. So you need to check it out. So one way of checking it out is to color it in, so to speak, and make it that looks good. So what you can do is then you go back to effects and you change it back to white. And that's how it is. Of course, the other one is the usual one, which is the square that you see in a lot of rectangular. You see in a lot of coloring books. It's basically the same. It's not the same. It's similar. So instead of all of these circles and what do you call that, rectangulars and things like that, you just choose one. Like you choose this square here. You put it in there, and then you adjust it. So for example, if I take it out now, you can see it's in there, right? So you put it back, so you adjust it. Let's see, go up here, change this to 15, corner rounding maybe 100, okay? And change it to not transparent. This is transparent. If you change it to transparent, you're just going to see it again. So you can change it to white. Change it to white, you go up to position, and you go backwards, and that's it. So you can see that's how you do it. It's very easy. For the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this. You can either do it with, the reason is, see, all the elements in Canva, we cannot trademark it or claim it as our own. So you need to change it around. So if you use a graphic like that, you need to change it around, like in this as well. You've done it, you've changed the color, you've put something there, and then you can actually uh, have it for sale. Now, one thing that you have to know is when you have a pattern border to border to page border, that's okay if you're going to print it out yourself, maybe for a children's party, you're going to print out a few by yourself, or you go to the local print store and you do that, that's fine. But remember, if you are going to do it as part of a coloring book and you're going to sell it on, let's say, Amazon, KDP, or any of the other publishers, you need a border. You need a border. Uh, what I mean by a border is you need space. Now, for the next video, I will be showing you how to do that. Remember this one? I'll also show you how to do that. But that's that's a little border. Now, you need to find out from the publishing platform what the dimensions would be for the border, because over here this side would be a bit more because of the spine of the book. Here may not be as much, so you need to find out, and you need to put a rectangular here as a guideline. Now you can have it black as well and keep it in the book, or you can take it out. I personally, because I do coloring books on Amazon, I would do this uh, rectangular, and I would leave it in there as well, so that it also guides the person who's coloring it. Okay, so for the next video, I'll show you how to do that. So I hope you like this, and if you did, please do comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you will be notified of my next tutorial. Bye.